Welcome back, guys, and this is the Brothers Geek Out podcast, guys. This is the Geek Out session where I get different artists and creators on and we geek out about what we love, but how we can help push forward as well at the same time. Today, I want to say a massive thank you to Michael Ajih. Hopefully I said that right, bro.
You said it right, bro. Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for coming onto the show, man. I know it was quite last minute and we've kind of cross paths in this universe, which is absolutely amazing. And we know people that are close by as well. So it's always nice to meet a fellow creator and geek as well, bro, because your work's amazing. I've seen what you've done. And tell the people a little bit about yourself, man, where you're coming from, what you're doing, and where you're going forward to.
Yeah, guys, those that don't know me, my name is Michael Ajih, comic connoisseur. I'm an actor, I'm a boxer, I'm a presenter, I'm a host. But most of all, I'm a huge comic book nerd. So I've been reading comics since I was 7. So I've been making content about comics since 2016. I've had my own show called Comic Consultant back in 2018 on Facebook. I've done a lot, actually. I've done a lot. Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good. I mean, with your journey, because this market, because I feel personally like we're at a really good time where we get some great content now. Like I'm an 80s baby, so 1981 for me. So for me, like as soon as like the early 2000s started and we got that first Spider-Man movie, I was like in awe of like, what am I gonna get next? And we're coming to 20 years down the line now, where we get 3 Spider-Man on the same screen. Like it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
My idea was Spider-Verse was the 90s cartoons. We saw all the different Spider-Man there. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
That was our first Spider-Verse, you know.
It so was. And it's the way they intertwine with the cartoons as well that gave us that, you know, now we're going to get multiverse stories. Like, because I know how vast the comic books are. And like, I mean, for me personally, my background would be in comic book artwork, and excelling in that section has made me fall in love with the movies, because I wasn't a big fan of the movies when I first joined the MCU, bro, and that's an honest truth. So that's interesting. Yeah, because when I read the comics back in the early 90s, you know, the origin stories were completely different to what they adapted onto the big screen. So when you've got Iron Man, Hulk, the Punisher, and all of these characters, that I was like, it doesn't match up to what's in the comic books. It's not later on did I realize, I was like, the hard work that goes through to try and adapt these characters onto the big screen, that some things are going to have to change and some things are going to have to adapt to the times we live in now.
Yeah.
And I found that very hard. And I think that happens with music, artwork as well, and in creation in what we do as well. We have to adapt to the times we live in at the moment now to get the work out there as well. So I wasn't a big fan of the MCU at the beginning, dude. It's only after the first Avengers I was like, oh damn, they did it. They actually put it together. They did an intertwining universe in a cinematic universe, and you're like, okay, I'm in now. That's it.
You were invested then. I found it quite interesting for me because I never liked Iron Man at all. I found him dead before Civil War broke out and anything like that. All these major stories that we know and love now, Iron Man was a dead superhero. Let's put it that way. He was dead. Then when the film came out now, I think to yourself, I'm sorry. I said it in it. I said what I had to say in it. Like,
no, it's cool.
But I remember the cartoons, even watching the cartoons of Iron Man, I thought to myself, okay, cool. They got Iron Man there. They got Force Works in the cartoons.
Yeah.
And they evolved the cartoons to I Am Iron Man. I was like, okay, I'm not feeling it. Then when they made the movie now, Robert Downey Jr. done an interesting portrayal of the character, because for me, it made me watch this film from beginning to end. I thought to myself, I love this film. You know what I mean? And for me, when I started getting into comics, it was my dad. He introduced me to Christopher Reeve's Superman. Yeah. You remember the classic Superman back then. And I remember watching that film, and I was like taken back by it. I watched it multiple times, and I was making my way to the local grocery store or corner shop, convenience store, whatever you guys call it. to get my mum plum peeled tomatoes, onions, Sunday dinner. Yeah, you know what I mean? Then I saw a Superman comic on the shelf. And I was like, is it right if I can have that? I don't have the money now, but I'll give you the money later for my lunch money and stuff like that. The shopkeeper gave it to me. And I was like, it was my first Superman comic. I was like, yo, I'm dyslexic. So reading that comic or trying to read it, I was looking at the pictures, seeing what was going on. It forced me to read. It got me into reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Now, so I suffer it, and it's something that it's not really spoken about, and it's nice that you picked this subject, because on the recent podcast with my brother, we were talking about how dyslexic we were growing up, and how hard it was for us to. Education was a tough road for us. We like myself, I did some of it, but like my brother, he excelled. But comic books helped us dramatically, because we loved the artwork and the pictures. But it forced us to read these stories, and was like, oh damn, I'm not that I'm reading now. I'm really into it in literature and understanding it a bit more. And I know the struggles of suffering dyslexia and working with people who don't suffer it and don't understand what we go through. But our thing is the creative output that we put out, bro. And that's how I have like for myself, personal journey. And I've seen it on your journey as well. It's the creative side that excels us in what we do. And then people kind of push that part on the side. But it's something that we deal with on a daily basis. Yeah.
No, I agree with that, man. Like comics, I would say it's changed my life. It's changed my life for the better. Now I've got 46,000 of these comic books at home. And it's like, they're taking a lot of space.
They do, man. They so do.
They so do. I was like, whoa. But I'm just forever happy about it, because I do cosplay. Yeah. As you can see, I'm wearing I'll call it my house
clothes. He's rapping it. He's rapping it. The Sorcerer Supreme himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I just enjoy the aspect of it, because I get to talk with people like yourself, like-minded people, and share these stories, these aspects, give my opinions. Like right now, back in the day, there was not as many comic book shows or movies coming out as there is now. Like literally, we're sport for choice. Back then, we had to literally just look, savage, just like, grab whatever we can.
That's right. It's so true.
You know what I mean?
That's so
it was so scarce. Do you remember back in the day, like the old Hulk TV series?
Yeah, of course.
I used to watch that religiously on a Saturday. You used to come on.
The Lonely Man soundtrack is on my phone, bro. And I always listen to it, because it's like every time he walked off at the end, like, he did the saving the people, but he caused some destruction at the same time. He was really upset with himself. When that tune comes on, man, always gives me a tear in my eye. And I love listening to that soundtrack. But I'm still a big fan of those shows, bro. Like, I can still pop them on now. And yes, we've excelled so much forward with CGI graphics and everything else. Yeah. But like, I feel like them shows had a lot of heart, man. They were introducing us to this universe and this world where things like this happen. And it's amazing how it connects with us in different ways.
No, I hear what you're saying. Because for me, I remember when Blade first came out in cinema. I remember sitting out in the cinema. My cousin took me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" My cousin just thought, "Yeah, this is a horror film." Yeah. I went, "No, this is a comic book character." He went, "What? This guy looks too cool to be a comic book character." I went to him, "You did not understand." He goes, "Yeah, but Michael, they don't kill, they save the day and everything." I went, "This is Blade. He would dominate anyone." And he goes, "Nah." Then when he watched this film, he goes, "Michael, tell me everything and more about this character." He wanted to know everything there was. Then I said to him, "You've seen him already?" He goes, "When?" I went, "The Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s, that 90s cartoon. That's when he was there as well." Yeah. He went, "What? Remember Felicia, that Michael Morris one?" He went, "Is that him?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "Michael, why didn't you tell me?" I go, "I did. You weren't listening." You know what I'm saying? But these things here, people don't realize these transitions or these characters are comic book superheroes or whatsoever. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And Blade, that is one of my favorite Marvel films to this day.
It started it off, bro.
Bruh.
That movie started everything off, and like Wesley Snipes was perfect casting. He's a great martial artist as well. Yeah. And, you know, 1 and 2 are probably, again, for me, are like one of them top movies that I can watch over and over again. Great soundtrack, great directing. We got a really good treat for that movie, for that first Blade movie. And, you know, I don't know if you ever seen that deleted scene where it looked like they had Morbius in it.
No.
All right, dude, I have to send you the link then, bro. I have to send you that link. I saw that recently and I was like, what? They were going to introduce him into this, well, we didn't know it was going to be a trilogy, but it was a deleted scene that they didn't put in there. Bro, it looks nuts. I'll send you that link after this. Definitely, we'll send you this link.
Yeah, please do. That is nuts.
I mean, it would have been perfect for that series. I know they introduced other characters, but that was the beginning of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe to see if characters like this work. But it wasn't that, dude. I mean, it was an 18 movie. It was blood, guts, vampires, and pure good action martial arts in that film. It's one of the top movies that came out, man. And to this day stands really good in where it is. And he's got the best line in that movie is, you know, sorry for my language listeners, but some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. I love that because in reality, we see it on a daily basis. And like I said it yesterday in my office, because some people were stepping out of line and I was like, you know, chill, you know, don't try to... That lyric came out and my manager was like, that's from Blade, isn't it? And I was like, of course, man.
But you'd be surprised how many things that we say to this day that we phrase. Like, for example, when lockdown started to happen and this whole COVID thing happening now, people were thinking, oh, do elbows. You might have thinking, I'm not even making no contact. You know what I mean? That's how people doing that. Yeah, you could, bro. Because for me, I'm not making contact, but I'm showing that I'm, you know.
Yeah, showing love. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But people always say these little things like, oh, yeah, I'm reverting to my back cave and just going to my back cave. And just a raw. This, or I'm hulking out. Don't get me angry, you know. It's like so many people say so many things that are comic book phrases to this day. But back then, if you had said it in school, she's my kryptonite and everything, people would look at you thinking, oh, you're a geek. But now, they don't say that no more.
It's good. It's actually become something that's become part of society, which is really cool because same thing, man. Grew up in the same sort of format, you know. I was that kid that sat in the corner and just drew comic book heroes. Yeah. But now it's come to the point where they're like, oh, kids, oh, shit. I see where you're going. It's changed the concept and that part of reality like massively. And I couldn't be more thankful and grateful for some of the stuff we get now because
trust me, I
am at heart, like I was telling somebody on another podcast that this stuff is like ingrained in me. It's part of my DNA. My comic books, you know, I look at them every day. I maybe don't open them, some of them, but I'm looking at them.
Look at that there, bro. Do you know these classics here, bro?
Oh my God. So, Michael, tell me, the cosplaying part, when did that start kicking in?
That started from like when I first went to Comic-Con. When I first went to Comic-Con, I went by myself. No one went to go with me.
Okay.
And I looked around and went, oh my God, like-minded people. This is great. Then I started to realize, hang on, there's some people in costumes here. I want a costume. I want to start doing this. And it started in, I would say, maybe early 2014. I tried it. I made some attempts in 2011. I tried to just like, write them those dates off because them cosplays you saw there, yo. Like, you know, the typical Superman t-shirt, wear suit and wear glasses, trying to look like you're busting that. I wore them type of things there, but now my cosplays have evolved a lot more better than it were back then.
It's the origin story, bro.
Yeah,
it's the origin story. So when I used to cosplay, so my favorite 3 to cosplay was let me go back. It was Wolverine. I used to love doing Wolverine as Logan and Doctor Strange. I did Doctor Strange, and then I did Superboy as well, which was the easier kind of casual look with the Superman t-shirt and the leather jacket. Yeah. So that's what I did. So that was the origin. And then, you know, again, we're talking about 10 years ago, and we probably crossed paths then at those MCM Comic Cons.
We probably did, you know, and we probably just never noticed each other. Yeah.
So it's great how the universe kind of connects people now because of how big this is now. Because it's like come to a point now where it's like I couldn't have asked for anything better because we get to do some great stuff at the moment, bro. Which is, you know, I saw that. I think the first time I saw you was at the Batman thing.
Okay.
The Batman car. That's it. The Batmobile. That's where we crossed paths, and then I was like, okay. And then I know you notice you know Rob as well, who did the
Crime
Alley, yeah. And then I was like, oh man, this guy, we all interlinked, man. This is amazing. So I'm glad you reached out, bro, because what I take from what you do is quite inspiring for some of the listeners to listen into, that, you know, how your process was when you went into, because you do a handful of things, but what was your main motivation to say, you know what, I'm going to stick to this?
So my main motivation was, the best way to say it is that when I was reading comic books, I was reading them, then reenacting what I read in those comic books. And that got me into acting. Then from acting, now it evolved. Now I just want to be in a superhero movie. I want to do this in a superhero movie. Then I just realized, I went, hang on 1 minute, Michael, 1 minute. This is still your passion and everything like that. How can you expose this passion that you have for there? So I decided to have my own type of platform where I talk about all things comics. I really have this acting prowess now. Why can't you use everything I know from acting to present what I love about comics? Bring my personality, share it that way.
That's right.
So so now I'm just known as the comic connoisseur, talking about all things comics, sharing my knowledge that I have about comics. You know, then I thought, I'm a good-looking guy. Why not? I can cosplay.
Of course,
you know what I mean,
bro. Of course. Why not? Awesome. Awesome. What is your go-to character now? What is the guy that you look at and say you see a part of yourself, but like you like to embody that type of character?
I mean, this is intense with me making these tryouts for it at the moment. It's Static.
Oh,
Static
okay.
Doc, Virgil Hawkins.
Yeah.
Reason being now, it's his hair. Now, have you seen the new one by Nicholas Levy Dupre?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh, his artwork for Static is phenomenal. And the reason why I say that is because the hair. It's the hair. Because most artists that drew black people's hairline, they're so high up, or it's just out of whack. Now, the way this guy does his hair, it makes me feel like, oh my God, he knows me. Look at my hair, it's plain road. So way. So when I see this Static character now, I'm like, yes, I can connect to that character.
Yeah.
So sometimes I try to dress my hair in particular ways by having my hair all down and two parts of it at the front. I try to do things similar to what I see in that comic book.
Because
it inspired me, makes me happy or more proud about my hair.
That's right.
It's been represented on that character.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely. Of course. So that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing to hear, bro, because Static's a wicked character, bro. And I was so excited to hear, like, you know, I hope they come into a point where they like, let's make a movie, man. Because it's a character we need to see.
Well, at this moment in time, like, I swear Michael B. Jordan is looking to be a producer for the Static movie.
That's right. Like that. That's what I heard last time. Yeah. So he's amazing.
That comes to pass, please, because that's something there. Is a phenomenal character. He's got a wicked story. Even his new story out currently, or Static season 1, issues 1 to 6. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. The artwork in that, phenomenal. Highly recommend it. Very enjoyable. Yeah.
I'll check that out, man. Definitely check. Guys, I'm going to do a sly plug-in right now. So, like, on the links in our description is all of Michael's social media platforms, and the Comic Connoisseur, you need to check it out, because if you want to pick up on history and comic books, this is the go-to guy at the moment. So make sure you guys go follow his channels. He's on TikTok as well, Instagram. Are you on YouTube, bro?
Yeah, kind of loosely at the moment. I haven't put nothing new there, but yeah, TikTok and Instagram, you find all my new content that I put on there on a day, mostly, TikTok definitely on a daily basis. Instagram is mostly weekly, sometimes bi-weekly. Yeah.
No, that's cool. Make sure you guys follow up, because it's amazing, because what you do with knowledge sharing, and you know, there's probably books and comic books that I haven't read. And when I was going through your channel, I was like, damn, I need to jump on this comic book quick, man, and read this, because like there's so much stuff and content out there. As the work that I do now, I end up repeating old books again. And like my collection probably, you know what, I still collect now, but I'm more specific on the characters that I pick and read now, where
I hear that.
I've really narrowed down, because I used to love it all, bro, man. From the 90s onwards, when Jim Lee did that first X-Men story, bro.
Don't talk to me about Jim Lee and Chris Claremont, you know, when they work together, yo.
Monsters. Bro, they need to come back. Chris Claremont needs to go to DC and do some nuts like that with Batman, because that X-Men Genesis is probably still one of my favorite stories to this day. But it wasn't that, bro. The guy brought a different element of action into what he did with the X-Men characters.
He made small dramas, like say he made small compartmentalized dramas between characters and stuff like that. And eventually it grew into something, one big whole thing. And that's what it was very enjoyable. It wasn't just like one arc after another. It was like small compartmentalized story arcs, dramatized between characters. Look at the fights between Wolverine and Sabretooth. Sabretooth was mostly savage around that time. Think about it,
That's right.
Now he's like nuded, he's like soft. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
It's so true.
It's true. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine, that's where you will see savage Wolverine.
Yeah.
Magneto, he was a terrorist.
He was, bro. He was. He so was, bro. He so was.
You hear stuff like the trial of Magneto. You really reckon Magneto will be on trial and stand there to accept it?
No.
It's like one of these things that I'm reading it and I think to myself, this is madness. This is truly madness.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely. So my comic, what I read now depends. It's going to be graphic novels and things like that, but whatever's recommended, because now I'm following, people like you that are giving me information on comic books, and I'm like, hold up, man, I need to read up on that story, which helps out massively for me as a creator myself to catch up on what's happening in the comic book world, because the movies have really taken off dramatically to a point where people kind of just wait for the movies now. And I was getting to that point where I was like, nah, man, my love was comic books. I need to get back to the roots. I think the recent Batman, was it year one? I think they've only did up to part 3, which I think they loosely based on the new Batman movie that came out.
Yeah, loosely based on that one. What else? What we recommend? Is Batman Imposter.
Yeah,
that one's very good.
Okay.
It's slowly, loosely on the film, but it's not based on the film whatsoever. It's just the look of the character. It looks like Rob Pattinson.
Yeah.
There's a comic called Black that's done by Black Mask Studios.
Okay.
Highly recommend that.
Okay, cool.
King Spawn.
This
is classic Spawn back.
Oof,
the violence is smash. Literally, the violence is turned up to an 11.
Wow.
Al Simmons is there. God tier fighting Spawn.
Wow.
Fighting all types of villains. Yo.
Okay.
I'm highly recommending that. One reading as well. I'm reading Thor. Now, have you seen the God of Hammers?
That's right. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Bro, I've read this recent issue. I was like, I'm gonna lose my ish because Mangog is back. You know who Mangog is, yeah? Mangog is back, and this time, he's wielding Mjolnir. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Bang!
Oh,
yeah.
That is absolutely nuts.
That's
my god!
I'm leaving it as that.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna
go to classics. If you want to go to something like in 2014, I recommend reading The Mighty Forward by Jason Aaron's run of Jane Foster.
Yeah,
because that was a good run. I really enjoyed that. Also Dan Slott's Superior Spider-Man.
That one's a good one. I've read that one. That one's actually really good
one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else is a good one as well, bro? I can't believe I'm saying this out of my mouth, but I'm saying it in a way. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Yeah. That there by Boom Studios. Yeah. Yes, everyone's gonna think Power Rangers. Really, Michael? Come on. No.
Good story.
You guys need to chill. You need to read it, because I tell you this now. there's times my mouth is open wide, flabbergasted, thinking to myself, this story is sick. Because you know, you watch Power Rangers for what you remember of Mighty Morphing, and I remember that story. This one tells you a backstory about a story that you're aware of, but much more in depth, much more gruesome, much more detailed.
Oh wow.
And it's compelling.
Okay.
Real compelling. And funny enough, they've done multiverse about it as well. So they go further around it. Trust me, they connected a lot of things. Lord Dracon, that's all I'm saying. You probably heard of him, but when you read that comic and find out what's going down, that's nuts. Does not mess around with anything. I'm leaving it there because I can go on for a time and a time. Trust me.
Bless you. No, definitely. Those are awesome. I'm going to check them out. And guys, make sure you check them out as well. But I'm going to go back to, dude, you said you did boxing. How long have you been doing that for? Since
2011. I've had 27 fights, 26 wins, 19 knockouts, 1 disqualification.
Wow.
And I don't count it as a loss, but, you know, it's technically a blemish in my records. And I got my next fight is on the 9th of April.
That's awesome. So, like, that's a lot of pressure on you. Like, I mean, how do you... do you take like 6 months to 9 months to training before a fight, or
so it's 3 months sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes 6, sometimes 9. It varies. But I see boxing as therapy. That's the best way to say it, because I can't go on road to hit anyone, so might as well do training. You know what I'm trying to say? But
no, of course, and I totally understand that. But it's like, as you said, that the form of therapy. I mean, we all need a different form of outcome because we got all the life stresses that we go through. But the determination in standing toe to toe with an opponent, that's a lot of courage and bravery, bro. Because I've seen my brother in fights, and he does like mixed martial arts, and I've seen him take a beating, and I'm like, oh damn, that, you know. But his mentality is look. It's not about if I win or lose. I just want to know I'm standing at the end of that fight. The bravery of coming to that point of you taking licks of somebody, like, oh man, my face, I don't want to get punched in my face. Like, how did you come around to say, you know what, I'm going to do this? Like, was it like a self-determination?
So basically, when I went to university, I was studying mixed martial arts for 3 years straight. Actually, 3-4 years. And the reason why I was studying that, because when I went to gym, it was boring, it was mundane, all that repetition of weights, lifting. I was thinking, that's not for me. Yeah. So when I did mixed martial arts, did that, I found it very inspiring, because I all of a sudden I'm thinking to myself, what's this? Oh, those are your obliques. I mean, how did I get obliques? I didn't even know what that is. Then I was developing muscles in places I wasn't aware of, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I enjoyed that. I didn't get into the sport of competing in mixed martial arts, but I like the fact that I was developing muscles in places that I didn't realize had muscles. Yeah. Then when I came back to London now from university, there was no mixed martial arts gyms. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I found boxing, and I was doing boxing for about 6 to 9 months. Then I was thinking to myself, my coach looked at me. My coach, his name is Darren Hamilton, by the way. He's a former light welterweight champion. Awesome. He looked at me, he goes, Michael, I could tell you're a bit hungry, aren't you? I go, I'm not hungry. He goes, just wait here. I go, okay, cool. You got another opponent in the ring. He goes, okay, you guys gonna do like a controlled sparring session. Oh, good. But fighting, you were saying. I got in the ring, and this guy, I looked at him, I went, this guy looks wham. So my coach goes, okay, Michael, it's a controlled spar. Anything goes. Don't worry. If it goes out of hand, I will stop it. I went, okay, cool. My first sparring session, this guy whacked me up. Definitely. But what my coach said to me, then after the second round now, he goes, okay, cool, Michael. You got your first taste of what it was like. Now I'm going to be in your corner. But listen to me. Don't look back. Listen to what I'm going to say to you. I went, okay. Then I was there sparring the guy. The guy was having his way, doing his thing. My coach was saying, okay, now slip. I went, he goes, now body hook. Boom. I went, ooh. Uh-huh. I got excited. I was like, yeah, cool, Michael. Carry on going. Then after that whole sparring experience was done now, he goes, how do you find it? He goes, I want to get in prize fighter. What? Michael, no, Michael. I want to get in prize fighter. I actually like it. this is where I found out I was a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I didn't realize, it got me pumped up. So now I've entered my first prize fighter competition. Yeah.
Sick.
And little did I know from my experience now, my coach didn't tell me this either. He could have, but he knows this. But he goes, yeah, Michael, I didn't know there was pro people going to be in this prize fighter as well.
Oh, wow.
And there was people from all different types of levels in this prize fighter. The prize is £10,000.
Wow.
So I'm there, first round, fighting some guy. And I looked at this guy, I think to myself, I could take him. He's small. It's all right. This is who I'm up against. Fought him, first round. He gave me one sick hook. Oof. I remember to this day, when he hit my face, boom, I went. My coach went, Michael, you got complacent because you thought you was you're stronger than him.
Yeah.
He's cool. So then he goes, Michael, you know what? Just focus and just get what needs to be done.
Yeah.
My first prize fighter, because my pride now, I didn't want to get beaten. Yeah. So I beat this guy in my first round, beat him, done. My first competition, beat him, made it to the second round now. Yeah. Another guy, my head was to his chest. Yeah. I thought to myself, how am I going to reach this guy? My coach is advising me, Michael, body blows and hooks. And also uppercuts. That's it. Because your jabs, they may reach, but you're leaving yourself exposed.
That's right.
I thought to myself, I will get him with a jab. I know I can. Put my jab out. Boom. My coach was right. Boom. I was like, okay, I don't like this because he's hit my face. Yeah. And I need to act. You know what I'm saying? So I was just getting in close, body shots. And when I was doing the hook, and when I was doing the uppercuts, I made sure my uppercuts were hitting his head, palm, fell down. Got to the final round for the prize fighter now for my division where I'm fighting. I think to myself, yes, got to the final guy. This is gonna be easy. This guy knocks me down hard. This is the first round. I went to my coach. Okay, you know what? Throw in the towel. I can't do this. He looks at me. He goes, Michael, you said you wouldn't be into this prize fighter. We've done this now. You've run your first 2 fights. Congratulations. I didn't think you'd go past your first one, to be honest with you. Now you're in the final round. This guy's just took you down in the first round. You want to give up. Why? I never known you as a quitter. There's many times where I've pushed you and you said, no, I'm not going to stop. Now someone's managed to beat you. You want to give up. And I went, yep, I'm going to give up. I throw in a towel. This is what he said to me. So who's your favorite superhero? And I went, The Flash. So would The Flash stop doing it if he wanted to save his mom or make his mom proud? And I remember me telling all these stories to my coach while I've been training. So now he's doing it back on me. And I went, no. So you're telling me if you were The Flash now, and this is your part, you're fighting the big boss. What is it? What is Dr. Zoom or whatever? Because he doesn't know the names. He's saying, He goes, oh, so you do what you would do now? You just give up? He goes, yeah. And we have to rely on you to save the world. And you're going to give up? Because well, you're not inspirational to me then. When he said it to me, it connected. And I was like, we're going in for the next round. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was the toughest fight because it's the first time I'm experiencing being in the ring, even stepping into the ring.
That's right.
You're alone. No matter who's in your corner, you're alone.
You're alone.
It's scary. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No one can take that away from you, bro. No one can take that away from you. But I won that prize fighter and I won the prize money and everything like that. And I gave some of the money to my coach. And my coach looked at me. He goes, "You will never, ever in your life forget this experience." That was in 2011. Wow. 2011. And that, to this day, every time I get into this ring, I'm there now. I've got better now. I protect my face and stuff like that. But it's still a scary thought process to go through, to do it on your own.
No, that's what I was going to say, because once you're in that ring, that's you, bro. That's you. Like, and that's a hard thing to do. And I've always wondered how my brothers have done that. But you know what? I'm going to connect you with my brother. You guys need to geek out about, mixed martial arts and boxing, because he's a big fan, bro. And because he loves martial arts so much and boxing as well, like he's a big fan of Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. He follows all of their work. And I think you guys will proper geek out when it comes to that part. But that's absolutely amazing, bro. I think that takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage. And I said a lot of, as you said, you probably didn't realize it at that time, but hunger, that was there. And you said that the rush made you like, oh, you know what? I think I can do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do this and take it to, like, you've been doing it plus 10 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I don't do it like as a career aspect because I like my face, first of all. And also like my other aspirations just goes towards acting and wanting to present what I love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can't do that with a swollen face.
It's true. It's true.
One.
You gotta be a good looker, bro. You gotta be a good looker. It helps. Definitely helps. Definitely helps.
Definitely does help, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
What did you like with the work that you do now? Like like where do you see you pushing towards it? So you want to be in the movie industry, right?
So I'll be honest with you, there's two things here. I want to have my own television show. And yeah, if I can act in a comic book film, bruh.
So that's one of my bucket lists, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of my bucket lists. Like before I leave this world, if I leave anything for my daughter that I get to be in one major, even if it's a scene where it's one of those silly scenes, like something drops on me or something. I just want that one scene, bro. But like it's one of my bucket list as well. Like I absolutely adore the industry at the moment because of the content that we get now. And luckily, we've both been able to do like great events like what Warner Brothers have done recently with the Batman. Like that, it still shocks me to this day, bro.
Bro, it shocks you, bro. I'm surprised about every single day I wake up. I think to myself, wow, we got like there's something coming out again. Like look now, Sonic's coming out, and that's IDW publishing now. Originally Archie Comics, but now IDW publishing. Yeah, that surprises me like no man's business. Yeah, I could never imagine a Sonic film. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Now we're gonna see that. Then not too long from there, Morbius is coming out this week, as well as a month later. In fact, even today, Moon Knight's out.
Yes.
So, you seen it? You seen it?
No, not yet, bro. Not yet. So as soon as I close my laptop, bro, I'm going into Moon Knight world, bro, which I'm really excited to see this character come up because, again, what Marvel Studios has done great is that they bought, like, X-Men was their main franchise, bro. Yeah, that was their go-to. But again, for me, like the only two movies I take away from the X-Men franchise is going to be X-Men Days of Future Past. And hold up, X-Men First Class was actually a really good movie as well. And Logan. But the rest of them, I was like, what the hell is going on here? But X-Men was their A-team.
Yeah.
But they made the Avengers and all these MCU characters, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, into their A characters. So we're getting characters like, I had never thought in my lifetime when I read Moon Knight back in, the late 80s and 90s, we're going to get a TV show, bro. This is nuts. And he looks insane, bros. Like, I'm a visuals guy. When I saw the costume come on, I was like, you're taking the piss. Like I genuinely almost had my wife was like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry because we get to see this character, not even that, like representing visuals from a comic book into reality, like amazes me completely, bro, because I didn't think they were going to be able to do X-Men. They did it. They did the Avengers and all these characters. And same thing with the DC characters as well, bro. It's like, damn, like everything's being represented onto the big screen as I would read it as a kid. And how I would visualize it as a kid. To see that, it looks nuts. I'm looking forward to it. Have you already seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Damn, man, you woke up early.
No, I didn't wake up early. I was at the premiere.
Premiere. Yes, bro. Sorry. Completely forgot. How many episodes did they show on that premiere?
2.
Oh, bro, that must have been nuts. And then Oscar Isaac was there, Ethan Hawke. Oh, my God, that's such a geek out moment, bro. I
lost my mind. But you know what shocked me the most? Is seeing my friend, Anna. Anna Akinji.
Yeah.
When I saw her there, I was like, "What? You're in Moon Knight?" And she goes, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't tell me what role you're playing. I just want to watch." When I see it for myself, I'm gonna be stunned. And seeing her there doing her thing, I'm like smiling, and all my friends looked at me. My cosplaying friends were like, "That's your friend that you was talking to earlier." I went, "Yeah, I know."
Oh man,
it was so great.
It's such a great moment when you know somebody that's in part of that project. But even these events, bro, like it's such a privilege and honor to be asked because they know how much of a fan we are. and getting those invites and stuff like that, because I think it's a good couple of years now, and I shout outs to all the studios that do the work and invite us fans along, because
you know, I'm privileged about that. Definitely feel privileged,
bro, proper, like, because like I did Morbius last week, and you know, I took my best friend with me, and he's never been to anything like this. And to be honest, I'm the only one out of my friends that is really heavily into this world. And my younger brother, who usually comes with me, couldn't make it. So I was like, look, yeah, come join us at a premiere, bro. I'm lucky enough to go. I'd love to have my best friend there with me. Bro, my man's mouth was open the whole time. He was like, bro, red carpet, they're giving us drinks. What? Man, Gerard Leto up on stage presenting the movie. He was like, he was geeking out. Like, I was geeking out, but he was like, bro, this is nuts. He goes, you've been doing this for a while now. And I was like, yeah, man, like, I'm it's not become the norm for me. I'm feeling the same way you are, because of the excitement of it, that I get to go to these events, get to see these films, get to review them, get to give you my point of view of what I like, because I know how much hard work goes into these things. And we kind of live in a weird society now where the negatives of things get pushed out more than the positives of things.
It's nuts. Like, I remember me cosplaying Batman.
Yeah.
And I got attacked for that. A lot of people were attacking me, saying that there's not a black Batman, there's not a black Batman. And I was like, for me being how I am, I went to myself, okay, Michael, let's turn it to a positive. So people that were DMing me and stuff like that, I go, there is actually, if you look up basically Jace Fox, Lucius Fox's son, he's actually Batman. These are the comics that you can read him in. You've been consulted. This is my usual fee that I charge. But because you are uneducated, bro, they were attacking me. And in my head, I thought to myself, all I did was dress up in a suit, took pictures, and now post them. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, you just want to attack me? Wow. But I thought to myself, you know what? Cool. You know what? That's how they feel. That's how they feel. Let me just educate them. So when they
of course.
When they come in my DMs,
know how to react to some of it. So which I didn't. My brother said, bro, the one thing that you do when you're on this platform, because he's not a social media guy, is don't read the comments. Let everybody do. And then I noticed people were battling each other after, and I was like, bloody hell. But yeah, man, it's sad to see the negative side of what we get. As for me, like, I don't really criticize people's work because I love everything that we get, you know. I'm a fanboy. What can I say? If I love the comics, I'm gonna love the movies, I'm gonna love the TV shows, because it's what I want to see. Yes, it may be not correlate and mix up or whatever. I'm getting characters that I used to read in a comic book. We getting Moon Knight. You know, it doesn't bother me too much, but I'm not a critic either. So
all you're doing is basically sharing your passion.
Yeah.
What you see from the books now on the screen, but not only sharing your passion, you're actually portraying what you love with us all. You're sharing it with us.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it more magical, you understand?
Yeah.
And whether it's good publicity, whether it's bad publicity, it doesn't matter. It's still publicity.
Of course, bro. Of course.
So when I do my cosplays, someone says, the costume looks a bit rubbish. Okay, cool. Thank you. I press like for that comment, because at the end of the day, it's not killing me.
Exactly.
It's not hurting me.
No, of course, of course. I just wasn't prepped for it.
Bruh, I should have given you a wake-up call there.
And no, it's so true, because some people really tell me, and it was like, Kibbs, how do you stay away from the negative comments? And I was like, bro, my channels ain't that big, to be honest. But after that post, I was like, hold up, it's not about it going viral. It's like, bro, I got more comments of like people going nuts at each other than I did likes. And I'm like, this is mad, because that's what makes a video blow up, because it's engagement and the way these social media platforms work. They push more towards, let's cause some drama. It's going to get more exposure. But the video was really of me just sharing my excitement of being at premiere and stuff like that. So it's really weird.
You know what I mean? But it was weird. I have to ask you now. This is me now, the interviewee asking the interviewer a question now. Yeah. Yes, I'm using the Aya Akamoto on you now. Who is your favorite superhero?
Oh man, hard one. Oh, mine's. I think I'm gonna stick to it, and I have stuck with it a couple of years. So, but originally it was Logan, because I loved his healing factor. And as I'm getting older in my years, I would love to have healing factor because COVID came along and the rest of it, and an element of me was like, I don't want the claws or nothing. I just want the healing factor, man. I'll survive through that. You know what I mean? You just had that dream of being immortal, but then you realize you're gonna lose everything in the process. But my guy now it's Iron Man, bro. Tony Stark, bro. Tony Stark
Iron
plays.
Man, yeah.
I think Tony Stark grew on me massively because I was a big X-Men fan when I was younger, and I've still carried that X-Men love with me now. But Batman and like sort of some other smaller characters have really Batman's a big character, but there's other characters that have taken it over for me. But Tony Stark, his story, and what the MCU did with his story, as at first I didn't like, but he grew on me dramatically, bro. I think after, as you said, actually Iron Man 3, and not many people like Iron Man 3, but I feel like it was a great character development of Tony Stark, which I could relate with. And them watching the movies again, I definitely saw what Robert Downey Jr. was going through in his life. But for him to portray that character in a comic book world that was quite similar to what he was going through, I had the same issues in my life as well.
Okay.
So, very selfish, all about myself, didn't really think about the world, didn't care. And tragic things happened in my life that had to either make or break me to do the things I love, because I stopped doing artwork and stopped reading comics and, for a good 15 years of my life, bro.
Wow.
So I had a break. So after what I went through, and mums are always mums, mums will always show you that different type of love. She was like, come back, allow being all on your own, and, let's rebuild what you feel broken about, really. And that helped massively on my journey now to going back to my mum's, going into the loft and finding all my artwork, bro, all my X-Men artwork from when I was 16 and 15 years old. I was telling my mum, you still got this? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, it all flooded back to me, bro. Artwork came back. I started working on projects. I did my own things. I worked with other people to create their projects. And, I've been on this journey for just under 10 years, just under shy over 10 years, sharing my passion of art. Doesn't matter what type of art. We did the podcast 4 years ago. My brother started, and just getting out there in the world, bro, and then realizing all of these wonderful, wonderful things that came to me. But I think Tony Stark's story really resonated with me. And, by the time he came to Endgame, I was like in tears, bro. Tears.
I can imagine.
I was in tears because that character I felt like it was a part of me going there, bro. You know what I mean? So he resonated me. He's my guy, bro. He's my go-to guy now. I love his stories. I love what he's like in the comic books, and I love what they did with him in the movies. And like going forward now, like there's so much going on now. Who knows? But characters always change, bro. Characters always
change. They always develop somewhere, somehow. Yeah. Because for me, mine's The Flash.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Boom.
And Spawn.
Al Simmons, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a big Spawn fan as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a big what fan? Sorry?
I'm a big Spawn fan, bro. I love Spawn, bro.
Yeah. I've got all these comics from 92 up until now. That run. I still got that run.
Awesome.
Now.
So good. So good. Such a good story. Such a great character. And bro, I love the movie still. I love that movie. Yeah. I still love that movie.
I have that digitally downloaded on my hard drive.
You need to just and the animation that HBO did.
Trust me, that animation, I'm still trying to get it bit by bit. I've got the old VCR of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch that. I don't have a VCR.
You could download, not download. What am I talking about? You can. I bought the Blu-ray set recently, which you could pick up. Yeah, there's a Blu-ray set because I've still got the DVDs. I love the DVDs, and I can't get rid of that collection. That HBO series, bro, that was insane. That I got such a I'm a big fan of anime as well, and I grew up with 80s and 90s manga. Fist of the North Star, Akira, Dominion, Tank Police. I grew up on all those cartoons. And to see that replicated in an American style TV where I'm getting blood, gore, and guts and violence and, hell and earth and, this deep story about a troubled character that fighting between hell and heaven and earth. It's nuts, bro.
I know.
It's absolutely nuts. And Al Simmons is a great character, bro. Like, I think what Todd McFarlane did with him is absolutely amazing. And the fact that we still get this to now, I mean, I can't wait to see Jamie Foxx.
Bro, when they do this, they've been talking about this for how long now? So when is the whole point, is a whole different question there. So I'm looking forward to it. When they actually do this, I'll be happy because people don't know about Spawn, but even people don't even know about Blue Marvel. Like, there's a comic that's been out in the early 2000s called what is it? Adam Bashir, The Legend of Blue Marvel.
Yeah,
that's like a 6-issue run, or is it 4-issue run, or whatever. But that comic alone, so I'm keeping plugging comics every single time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. History, bro.
Yeah, when you read that comic here and you understand the history of Ajih Bashir, how he became Blue Marvel to what he is now and everything, bruv, you read that comic, you think to yourself, whoa, why they haven't done a movie of this? Why they haven't done a movie? They will
eventually get there now, because like I think the industry has learned dramatically now how much all of these characters mean and what it means. I mean, like, I know we're in an era now where it's quite woke and, they want equality and they want different types of things up on the screen. And like me and my brother, we always say, like, like for me, like personally, I'm really excited to see Kamala Khan come into the MCU. I'm looking forward to seeing this show. It's the first Muslim character to be a superhero on, what do you call it, on TV or, even in the comic books, it was a proud moment for me to see a Muslim character represented as a superhero. And I'm developing a character myself, which I can't wait to get out there in the world. But that's based around us, but I don't want it to be forced. Because when I read comic books, and yes, the majority of the race was of a lighter color or a lighter skin color. Yeah, I didn't look at those characters as racist. I've never seen that. I wasn't raised up that way anyway. Exactly. I've never seen people for the skin of their skin colors. It's always been who they are and what they represent. You know what I mean? So comic books actually spoke to me in that way, where I think X-Men showed it to me, was that, that it was the diversity and the differentness in it. But the most leading thing was most of the characters were all white. But I didn't see it as that, because I still played, when I cosplayed as Doctor Strange. It wasn't what his race was. It was what I resonated with that character and his struggles becoming Doctor Strange. So I'm not saying that I want to be a white guy. I am proud of where I'm from. Yeah, I just like what he does and the character. Yeah. So it's come a long way, bro, and we're starting to get to see more of that on the screen as well. And as long as it's, like me and my brother always say, as long as it's not force fed. Yeah. If it works out naturally, like, bro, I cried at Black Panther.
Yo, Black Panther, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, now, bro.
Spider-Verse was a whole different thing. The reason why I like Spider-Verse, is because it was the introduction of Miles Morales, but I remember me sitting down with my friends and family members watching this, and they went, "But Michael, this is wicked. Like, is this what you read?" And I go, "Yeah." When Miles Morales, is watching his, for example, that section where he's watching his dad and he's fighting Kingpin at the same time, and he the emotional ties there,
bro.
or even the flashbacks where he's having about, oh yeah, you can do this, Miles. I found that one in front from nothing. Then you see him jump off. What's up, danger? I'm like, oh my God.
Tears.
Bro, that film is emotional. Black Panther, I loved it because it wasn't shy. It wasn't shunning away the Afrocentricness of its culture.
That's right.
It embedded it nicely.
Oh, wow.
I've never in my life experienced how people embrace Black Panther. Every single time now, people are talking to me, Michael, Wakanda forever. But put that aside now. Even people were just like, yeah, man, Michael, that film, everyone was proud of that film. Like, you came to cinema, people wearing their African attire. And I'm just
so it was a really good, proud moment, bro. Like,
it was a cultural moment and a movement. I only wish I was at the premiere at that time when it happened. Yeah, but
dude, I would have freaked out. Definitely would have freaked out because
I would have cried. I would have worn my cosplay there. I would have worn my Black Panther cosplay. I'm not gonna lie.
And listen, bro, like the great late Chadwick, man, forever rest in power, man, because that guy is inspirational in so many ways. It's unbelievable. And
I'm so thankful to him. I'm so thankful to Kevin Feige. I'm so thankful that they brought that character to the screen and shared that vision. Even what is it?
Ryan Coogler. Yeah,
Ryan Coogler. Thank you.
Yeah,
when he even envisioned this, I'm looking forward to seeing the second
Yeah,
film.
same.
I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared.
No, I am. We're going to be our guards up because how much we love Chadwick, isn't it? And the respect we have for him in that character. And I think what the film did, this is where the shameless plugins come in. Guys, make sure you check the description below. It's going to have Michael's details for TikTok and Instagram. Make sure you go follow the Comic Connoisseur. I love it, man. Great content, great history. A big, massive fan here as well of it as well. So, bro, I cannot thank you enough for coming onto the show. Sorry for the interruptions, and I can hear her ready to bust into the room again. But thank you for your time, man. It's always nice to meet a fellow comic book geek. And man, you've done so much, bro. You should be proud, bro, man. I'm telling you, man. It's amazing work that you've put out there. And if you have anything to say to the listeners, what would you say, bro?
Believe in yourself and don't let those doubts or naysayers tell you otherwise. Just do what you need to do, straight up. Even though you're starting from somewhere where you feel like you don't have enough money whatsoever, you'd be surprised what you can do, what the facilities you have around you. So just go forward and doing it. And what I'll say furthermore, like you'd be surprised who believes in you and be willing to support you to get where you need to be. Yeah, but thank you, bro. If anything, Thank you for having me on your platform.
No, you're welcome, bro.
You're inspiration in yourself as well. Trust me.
No,
in all that you do, your artwork and everything. Jeez.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I'm going to get you back on the show again because I think you'd be awesome on. My brother does a segment about martial arts, fighting, boxing. He does the UFC talks as well. But I will connect, and I'll get my brother to connect because he lives in Singapore. So we'd have to do it in a timing where we can all jump on together. But a massive thank you again for jumping on. And guys, make sure you check out the social media links in the description. The Brothers Geek Out podcast, guys. This is the Geek Out session. We are available not just on YouTube if you want to see our pretty faces, but on all streaming platforms, guys. Make sure you check out Amazon Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. I hate doing this part of the show. And guys, I know every time you listen to this part, you laugh because I forgot all the other platforms I'm on anyway, because it goes everywhere. SoundCloud, look, man, the Brothers Geek Out podcast, make sure you check it out. But massive thank you to Michael for joining us on today's show. But have a wonderful day, dude, man. Thank you again, man. One love. Peace. Take care.
Yes.